Good afternoon, Outliers. How y'all doing? Happy Monday. Forgive me for being off on Friday. I took my son Colin to a field trip. It was at a water park here in Dallas, and we had a good old time, of course. As you can imagine, 12-year-olds on a field trip to a water park. You can't get better than that, right? But while I was there, I had to close one of our trades, and so I want to start off with that trade. And once we get that out of the way, we'll take a look because I do think we're going to be putting some new trades on today. So give me just a moment to continue to get set up here. Hey, Michael, good to see you. I'd be lying to you if I didn't tell you that I came literally right out the shower. So if you see anything drip off me, it's because I literally just got out of the shower. Jean Louise here. Leo is here. Glad to see everybody. Very cool. Okay, give me just another second here. I need to log into Tastyworks, Tasty Trade, whatever they call the Tasty platform now. And I'm logged in. I'm remembered my password. Who would have thought? Okay. So let's jump into Friday's trade. I think it was Leo that had a question on Friday about why I took off the trade. So I want to specifically go over that. I think it was this one, this channel. Yeah, Leo was asking, what do I mean by Heatmap stalls? So let's go. It was IFF, or no, it was Jeff. It was Jeff. Let's take a look at Jeff. Okay, so we have Jeff pulled up here. And we got the buy signal last week, if you remember. And Friday, when I was sitting by the poolside, that was the 10th. So we got the buy signal on the 8th. The 9th came by. Take a look at up this line up here and watch how the heat map value changes, right? Heat map started at R2, went to R1, which means it's moving out of the R's and into the G's, out of the reds into the greens. And then on the 10th, it was still an R1, right? You can see the 9th versus the 10th. Today it's a G0, but my exit criteria, which is why I have a plan, is if the heat map stalls, go ahead and get out, right? That was an exit point for me, which was decently timely because you can see it's down 71 basis points today. So we made more money by getting out than by holding it. So what I want to do is update the Discord as to actually what that was, where I got out. And then we can move on to the next trade. So where's this at? Okay, it was a 416 average price close. So let me go to Jeff, edit, no, reply, go to my close. All right, so that was 510, close Jeff. $42.5 calls for 416, right? No, 416? Yes, 416. Okay, 416. And we got in at 365, so 416. Close it on the 10th. That was a 13.87% gain. And total portfolio change from that was, oh, it's all right, 1.79%. Portfolio impact, and the reason was heat map stall. Right. So there's lots of different components of that. And this is why I like to break it down, right? How much did I make on the trade? I made 13% on the trade. Awesome. How much did it impact my portfolio? Almost 2%, right? I'll gladly take 2% more. If I had $100, I'll take 102 tomorrow, right? That's how trading goes. Not every trade is going to be a 20% portfolio impact, 100% portfolio impact. Those will come. I can't promise when, but I know they will come at some point, right? I can't make any sort of promise on that. In fact, I probably shouldn't say they will come. I think they'll come. How's that sound? They might come. But in my experience, I've seen them come. So it's all about taking those wins where you can get them. And with Jeff, we got a decent win. So let's move on to the next step of the process, which is our Damn, I got excited, which is our market analysis. There we go. Welcome to the Outlier Trading Room. This is how to trade only 10 minutes a day and exactly how to take the guesswork out of trading. Now, full disclosure, I am a partner with OVTLYR, and this is my style of trading by using OVTLYR, right? But OVTLYR delivers you new opportunities every single day. So the way that I trade with the trend of the market, with the 10 over the 20, with price over the 50. And if we go to the SPY, it's flat on the day, but we do have the 10 over the 20, price over the 50. If you remember, I said this would be my entry point, but the SPY options were far too expensive. So we went from about 516 to 520 so far. So absolutely a great entry, like I was talking about right there, which if you want that criteria, it's not all that difficult. It's a little different, but it's on the signal day. Does the MMFI trend agree with price? Let me show you the MMFI trend. You can Google this up. Just type in MMFI bar chart. This will get you to this page here. You'll have to add in some trend lines, but the MMFI trend was trending higher. That's a percent of stocks above their own 50-day moving average, right? So we're looking at the underlying right there. If yes, this is back test positive. Back test on the SPY. We know it's positive, but we're going to go through the drill anyway. Let it load. There we go. 74% versus buy and hold at 63%. So we know that's positive. So if yes, is the 10, 20, 50 already crossed? Sure is. And was it above yesterday's high? And we had to wait until here, I guess. Yeah. I believe that was it. Or was it this one? One of these reasons I was like, just hang out one more day, and then it went. But like I say, I didn't enter it because the options were like $40 or something, which is crazy. And my personal limit is a $10 limit. So yeah, that's why I didn't take it. But overall, great trade. Jorn, good to see you. Good afternoon. All right. Now let's go to the next step, which is to reduce risk and look at the trades we have on to see if we need to take off anything. So we're going to go through this on IFF, which is the only one we have open at the moment. I believe somebody in the Discord was asking, hey, is there any spreadsheet that shows the most current position? So what I can do, it only takes me a moment, is to just drop in here my positions, right? Which is like one. What is it? It's Jeff, not Jeff, IFF. Jeff and IFF keep getting crossed for me. The IFF 92.5 calls. The IFF, no. Yeah, IFF 92.5 calls. That's the only thing I'm in right now. So that would be the only thing to put on there. So let's go to IFF and go through the list, right? The 10 EMA, is it broken? No, it's way down here. So that looks good. Half ATR from entry. No problem right there. Running into any order blocks? Not that I can see. There's one way up here, but we got $16 until then. I would gladly take $16. Thank you very much. Heatmap stall. Let's go take a look at this. IFF. Mark your calendars. I will be offline the first 2 weeks of June. So there will be no trading rooms during those 2 weeks. All right, so if we look at the heat map today, we can see the buy signal came on G17. Remember to look up in this line here. G17, G21, G25. So we're getting deeper into the greed, which is exactly what we want to see. But we're only moving. We got in at G17, so we're looking for a 10-point spread. Once it hits G27, which is very possible tomorrow, because we're at G25 right now. If it hits G27, which I got marked on the chart here, I'm going to go ahead and take it off, right? That's just the way that I trade. And it's not profitable yet, so I'm not worried about it. Close below yesterday's low. So easy peasy. I don't have a reason to get out, so we're going to move on. That's how you got to think about it, right? Do I have a reason to get in? Do I have a reason to get out? I don't have a reason to get out, so I'm going to keep everything, which is just one. Grab today's signals on OVTLYR. There are a handful. Now I'm going to do Fridays as well, because I didn't even have a chance to look at them on Friday. Now I will let you know I did shortcut this, and I've already put them in here in my OVTLYR long list. We're going to run that scanner while this loads. But let's take a look, right? There's 34 from today. There's 1,200 on the bull list today versus only 300 on the bear list. So the bull list is getting deep and deep and deeper. We're going to go with the uptrend overlay. So only the green uptrend overlays. And I have to load more. I know this because I did it earlier. So we have all of these all the way to May 10th. And copy that. Go to my little spreadsheet that I created. Run a quick macro because I am super lazy. And that's going to filter on only the 1,000,000 shares or greater. It gives me 13 stocks, which I've already dropped in the list right here. Now, like I say, I did this earlier today, but I haven't taken a look at these. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that have passed through the scanner. Now, the scanner is just looking for that there's no order blocks in our way, price is in the direction of the trend, there's no earnings in the next 3 days. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to pull up 4 other windows for this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I'm going to go through each one of these because we have to back test them. MGY. Right, looking fine. No problem there. Let's go to MGY. The next one is JCI. I remember trading JCI, I guess at the end of last year. Looks really strong. Look at that. Get a breakout from here. Just, I can't tell you to bank it, but look out. We got an order block way up here, but that's a $4 away. I'll take it. Same thing here. TEL is poised for a huge breakout. GNRC. So this is flirting with an order block right here. It's really super close to call, right? That order block is at 140.30. It's at 140.40. I'm going to go ahead and skip that one because if it closes down below there, that's going to invalidate my plan. If it closes above there, that's really good because then the order block goes away. So I'm just going to skip that one because it is really, really that close. It's actually below it at the moment. So I'm going to take off one of these and go to LNC. So we got a little bit of room up there. How much space do we have? We got about 4%. I'll take it. And then that was LNC. So we're going to drop open the performance summary on all these, which is the next step. Outlier signals backtest. Only continuous stocks that have positive expectancy. Outlier shows 10% on MGY. JCI. 119%. Gimme. I'll take that. TEL. What is this? TE connectivity, something or other. 60%. I love this, right? Just showing how well Outlier works. And then LNC. Ooh, negative 24%. So LNC is off the table. So I'm only going to be looking at MGY, JCI, and TEL. Now we're going to start with the highest back test and work our way down. So we've got 60%, 119%, and 10%. So I'm just going to rearrange these. So let's start with JCI. The next step is to look on the options chain. I want to see 21 days to expiration, give or take, 250 plus open interest, less than 50-cent bid-ask spread, 20% or less extrinsic value, and around 80 delta. I did make an error last week on IFF where the open interest was actually much lower than I thought it was. I was clicking around and I honestly didn't even realize that I clicked onto one that had lower open interest. That has grown. It's up from 155 last week to 183. So that's okay. It's not what I want, but sometimes that happens with trading. I'm going to follow my rules as far as exiting goes. So we're going to start with LNC. No, we're not. We're going to start with JCI. That's what it was, JCI. So I'm going to go to the June 21st. That's 39 days away. Lots of open interest. Thank you very much. I like this a lot. I don't know what's going on with JCI, but everybody's buying their calls for it. JCI, June 21st, 79 delta at the 62.5 calls. Okay, so let's do a real quick 66 cents over 450, 66, 68 over 450. It's 14%. Let's do 118 or no, that's 50%, give or take. So that looks really, really good. I don't see a reason not to take JCI according to my trading plan. 20 cents wide, tons of open interest. Let's go. Now you need your position size. The way to do that is to go into the VIP Investors Toolkit. Scroll all the way up to this one called Outlier Scanner. It's going to be this right here. Just type it in, JCI. You can see the last ones I've done. Update your info over here that you're comfortable with taking. And then it'll pop out an option size or a share size, which is appropriate to the percent of risk you're willing to take. All right, let's go back into JCI. I'm going to go into my business account on the other screen and make it happen. JCI. Get my position size. All right. And June 21st, JCI, 62.5 calls. The right position size in, 435 is midpoint. Let's see if I can get 435. Hang on a second. Yeah, I know. This is only $8 account. This one says it's the closing only one again. I thought we avoided all that. Is anybody else having an issue with? I know for a fact we dealt with this. I had to call Tasty Trade on the phone, and they said, okay, you're cleared. It's not going to be a problem ever again. I'm looking to... Did I do it wrong? 62.5s. This account is set to closing only. This order has an opening leg. Closing only check failed. Is anybody else having that issue? We've had that once before, and this should have been resolved. Okay, I'm going to have to call Tastyworks on the phone to fix that. Let's go to the next one, Tell. Let me just see if Tell's going to throw that crap at me. Yep. Let's try it again for MGY. MGY is not liquid, but it's also set. I've got to call all three of these. It's throwing me that problem. I do have time to call. So I'm going to put on JCI 62.5 when that comes through. Let's go to the others real quick. Tell. June 21st. Oh yeah, there's no liquidity there. And then it was, so I'm not going to trade Tell. And then MGY. June 21st. There's some liquidity here. 59 cents over 155. 38% is not going to work for me as far as extrinsic goes. I want to see that around 20% or less. Okay. So here's my plan. I'm going to call up Tastyworks. This has happened once before, and they told me I shouldn't have this issue again. I don't know why I'm having this issue again, where it says this stock is a closing only stock. And then I will update you in the Discord at the price that I get filled. But I am going, like, I'm going to hang up with you and call them right away. So that is the plan. So anyway, I'm going to run and do that right now. I'll update you in the Discord where I get filled at. You guys have a fantastic afternoon. I can get my phone out and make a phone call. Talk soon.